Rookie Guide Weekly Boss Signora Skills Analysis, Team Comp Recommendation, and How to Challenge Her. For fresh travelers, I recommend you bring 1 DPS, 1 shield, and 2 healers in your team. The shield prevents you from being attacked directly. The healers recover your HP and stamina. If you have Kokomi, then 1 healer would be enough. For Stage 1, when the boss shows up, she will release 3 parallel ice axes, followed by a big trackable snowflower. Surrounding and sprinting by her can help you avoid them. When 3 snowflowers appear around her head, she will release 3 ice lotuses where you stand. Then the lotuses explode and frost the floor. Standing on it will cause damage to the character. A shield can resist the damage and keep moving to avoid them. When 5 snowflowers appear around her, she will successively release 5 ice axes. Sprint to avoid them. Then, observe her actions. She'll lift up 2 arms to summon an ice spear, which will cause cryo AO damage when falls down. After a while, the spear explodes to cause damage 1 more time, and also leave frost on the floor. You can sprint to avoid the damage, but it's hard to make it. I recommend you use shield to undertake it. When she turns around and disappears, she's teleporting behind you to make AO cryo damage. The skill can also be released immediately when the snowflower image appears. She'll summon several ice spears to fall on the location of those flowers and form frost. The frost will make your sheer cold accumulate rapidly and keep causing cryo DMG to you. Leave the ice flowers to avoid it. Hearts of flame are placed around the edges of the arena. The attack from both you and the boss can make its gauge lose. Stand approaching the hearts could reduce your sheer cold. Break it up will empty sheer cold and clear the frost nearby, but its refreshing time is relatively long. If you're not in the urge to empty sheer cold, don't hurry to break it. Bring 2 healers or just Kokomi would resist the HP lose caused by the cold enough. Also, no breaking Hearts of Flame or Eyes of Frost will earn you an achievement when she summons ice swords above you. Sprint to avoid right the time they fall down. If you cannot make it, use your shield. Upon reaching 20% HP, Signora will become Frozen Cocoon to relocate at the center of the arena in order to encase herself inside a large icicle. During this phase, she will attack the player with homing icicles. Lock on target ice shards and ice flowers. You can break up her shield by elemental reactions, or you can pick up Crimson Lotus moths to attack, which will deal higher DMG against the cocoon compared to any other attack. You can use Kokomi's Jellyfish, Shandling's Globa, or Fischl's Uz. They can automatically deal DMG right after you pick up the moths, for moths are enough to break her shield. When Stage 2 starts, Signora will not attack the player unless you attack her. You can recover your team at this time. When you approach, she'll start to attack. When Signora raises her whip, but no waving, it will deal successive DMG in straight line. Just stay behind her to avoid all this kind of whip attack. Signora will release a tracking moth, which will continuously deal prio DMG then disappears if it touches the player. When Signora raises her whip horizontally, she'll wave the whip once or twice to deal DMG. Still stand behind her to avoid the attack. Signora might turn into butterflies and fly around, and will leave the floor molten where she passed by. The effect is much like the frost in Stage 1. That's when you stand on it. which will keep dealing pyro DMG and rapidly accumulate you blazing heat. Break up Eyes of Frost to eliminate the Embered Earth. When Signora charges her energy, she will unleash her wings to summon a flock of small hellfire butterflies in front of her and leave Embered Earth. Stay away from her to avoid the DMG. Then she'll release a blazing tornado. Just running to the other side to avoid it would be fine. Attention! In any case, she unleashes her wings. The next skill would probably be the skill above. She will split her whip into 3 and strikes in a large AO in front of her. DMG will be dealt both when the whip falls down and rises up, also leaving Embered Earth. Stay close to her body to avoid the attack. When she furls her wings, accompanying with the word "Who dares call me a witch," she will immediately unfurl her wings and rains down waves of molten rocks, each dealing AO Pyro DMG and leaving Embered Earth. Focus on the rocks to avoid them. I recommend you take a shield to undertake them when the battle takes a certain period already, or when her HP is lower than 50%. She'll become a tornado to move around the arena. The tornado will also unleash many tornadoes around it, each dealing Pyro DMG upon contact and leaving Embered Earth. Then she'll unleash her wings to raise your blazing heat greatly. After that, she'll remain to use these skills. Beating Patient would be fine. Signora had 60% Pyro resistance in Stage 1 and 60% Pyro resistance in Stage 2. I recommend newbies not bring Pyro or Pyro DPS. If you are LV 60 PLS, get out of here. As for the supports, if you don't have Zhongli, use Noelle. I recommend you bring Barbara and another healer. Though you'll be frozen in Stage 1, Barbara's skill can let you ignore the elemental energy to heal the team, and her elemental burst is able to heal the whole team immediately. If you have Kokomi, then one healer would be enough. The 4th place can be taken by another DPS or other support character. Like and follow Teyvat's Storyteller for more easy juicy Primogons.